once upon a time, in an enchanted woodland filled with glowing fireflies, there lived a curious little squirrel named Nutty. He loved to explore and gather nuts, but he also wanted to see the beautiful lights that danced through the trees at night. One evening, as the sun began to set, Nutty decided to venture deeper into the forest than ever before. With each step, the forest grew darker and more mysterious. Nutty's heart beat faster as he saw strange shadows moving in the distance. Suddenly, he heard a rustling in the bushes behind him. Turning around, he saw a group of friendly fireflies waving at him. They weren't scared of the darkness and were eager to show him the way. Together, they journeyed through the forest, following the light of the glowing fireflies. They came across a river that sparkled like diamonds in the moonlight. The fireflies flew over it effortlessly, but Nutty couldn't figure out how to cross without getting wet. Just then, one of the fireflies landed on his nose and said, "Hold onto my tail and close your eyes tight." Nutty did as he was told, and soon they were soaring over the river like a shooting star. On the other side, they found a field full of delicious berries. The fireflies shared them with Nutty, who had never tasted anything so sweet. They all giggled and danced around, filling the night air with their joyous laughter. As they continued their adventure, they encountered more challenges and obstacles. But with the help of the friendly fireflies, Nutty was able to overcome them all. They climbed tall trees, jumped over streams, and even slid down slippery slopes. Along the way, they made new friends, a family of bunnies, a flock of birds, and a group of mice. Finally, they reached the heart of the magical forest, where a huge tree glowed brighter than all the other trees combined. It was the Tree of Dreams, and it was rumored that anyone who climbed to its top could make a wish come true. Nutty wanted to see the world from the top of the tree, so he gathered his courage and started climbing. But as he reached for the next branch, he realized he couldn't do it alone. He turned around and saw his new friends waiting patiently below. With a smile, he said, "Let's climb together." And so they did, each lending a helping paw or wing to get Nutty to the top of the tree. When they finally reached the top, the view was breathtaking. They could see the entire forest, sparkling like a galaxy of stars. Nutty closed his eyes and made his wish. "I hope we always stay friends and keep exploring the magical forest together." As he opened his eyes, he saw that all his friends had made the same wish. Together, they watched as the Tree of Dreams began to glow even brighter, filling the night sky with its radiant light. And from that day forward, Nutty and his friends continued their journey through the magical forest, discovering new wonders and making wonderful memories. Good night, little one. Sweet dreams of friendship and adventure in the enchanted woods. As Nutty and his friends explored the magical forest together, they discovered all sorts of hidden treasures. There were secret caves filled with glittering jewels, bubbling streams that tasted like lemonade, and even a talking tree who shared wise words of advice. One day, they came across a group of lost baby birds. Their nest had been destroyed by a storm, and they were too young to fly on their own. The fireflies volunteered to help them find a new home, while Nutty stayed behind with the bunnies and mice to keep them company. Together, they built a new nest for the baby birds using soft grass, warm feathers, and colorful leaves. When the fireflies returned with the baby birds, everyone cheered and danced around their new home. Nutty felt so happy to have made such wonderful friends who were always there to lend a helping paw or wing when needed. As the days turned into weeks, Nutty and his friends grew closer than ever before. They shared stories of their adventures, learned new skills from each other, and even started singing songs together under the starry sky. Life in the magical forest was truly wonderful, and Nutty knew he would never want to leave this special place. But one night, as they were all gathered around a campfire, Nutty noticed that some of his friends looked worried or sad. When he asked what was wrong, they told him about a giant spider who had been terrorizing the forest. The spider was bigger than any of them and had scared away many of the animals who used to live there. Nutty felt bad for his friends and promised to help them find a way to defeat the spider. Together, they brainstormed ideas and came up with a plan. Nutty would distract the spider while the fireflies attacked from behind. It was risky, but they knew they had to try something if they wanted to save their home. The next day, as the sun started to set, Nutty and his friends approached the spider's lair. Nutty climbed up onto a high branch and began to shake it, making the leaves rustle loudly. The spider appeared from its hiding place, growling angrily at the intruder. Just then, the fireflies swooped down from above and started swarming around the spider's eyes, blinding it temporarily. This gave Nutty the chance to jump onto the spider's back and tickle its soft underbelly. The spider squealed in surprise and tried to shake off its attackers. But Nutty and his friends were too quick for it. They continued their assault, laughing and giggling as they finally defeated the giant spider. As the last of the fireflies returned home, exhausted but victorious, they all looked at each other in amazement. They had done it. They had saved their beloved magical forest from danger. From that day forward, Nutty and his friends lived happily ever after in the enchanted woods. They continued to explore new territories, make new friends, and overcome any obstacles that came their way. And every night, as they snuggled down into their nests, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would always have each other to rely on.